Before you do anything, don't move, don't scroll, just stay exactly where you are. Because something is already happening inside your head. And you didn't start it. You didn't choose this video. Not really. It feels like you did. It feels like you saw something, got curious, and tapped. But that's not where the decision began. It started earlier. Milliseconds earlier. Before you were even aware a decision was being made. And by the time you felt like you chose this video, your brain had already locked it in. That means something uncomfortable. You're not leading your brain. Your brain is leading you. And today, you're not just going to hear that idea. You're going to experience it. Because this isn't a video. It's an experiment. And whether you realize it or not, you're already part of it. Right now, as you listen to my voice, your brain is doing something strange. It's not just processing these words. It's predicting them. Before I finish a sentence, your brain tries to guess what comes next. Not consciously, not intentionally, automatically. In fact, there's a high chance that parts of this video feel familiar already. Not because you've seen it before, but because your brain is constantly trying to stay ahead of reality. Let's slow this down. Imagine time as a straight line. You think you're standing in the present, making decisions in real time. But neuroscience suggests something different. Your brain is slightly ahead of you. Always. It prepares actions before you become aware of them. And then, a fraction of a second later, you feel like you made that decision. That feeling? That's the illusion. Now don't just accept this. Let's test it. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to make a simple choice. Nothing complicated, no pressure. But this time, pay attention to when the decision actually happens. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Don't overthink it. Just choose. You got it? Good. Now freeze that moment in your mind. The exact second the number appeared. Because here's the question that matters. Did you create that number, or did it just show up? Think carefully. You didn't see options appear one by one. You didn't logically compare them. It just happened. A number surfaced, and you accepted it. That's how most of your decisions work. Not slow, not logical, instant, automatic. And then your brain does something even more interesting. It creates a story, a reason, something that makes it feel like you were in control. I chose 7 because I like it. I chose 3 because it felt random. But those reasons come after the decision, not before. Your brain decides first, then it explains. And once you see this pattern, you start noticing it everywhere. When you open your phone without thinking. When you switch apps for no reason. When you click a video and don't even remember why. It feels like choice, but it's not. It's momentum. Your brain following patterns it already built. Now here's where things get deeper. Because your brain doesn't just predict actions. It predicts rewards. Every time you scroll, your brain expects something. Not something specific, just something interesting. That expectation releases a chemical signal. Not happiness, not satisfaction, anticipation. And anticipation is powerful, because it keeps you moving, searching, scrolling, even when nothing actually satisfies you. That's why you can watch for hours and still feel like you didn't find anything worth watching. Because your brain wasn't chasing content. It was chasing the possibility of something better. And that loop never ends. Now think about this carefully. If your brain can be trained to expect certain patterns, then anything that controls those patterns controls your behavior. Not directly, but indirectly, quietly, without you noticing. This is where most people get uncomfortable. Because it means your environment, your apps, your feed, they're not just reacting to you. They're shaping you. Every video you watch teaches your brain what to expect next. Every scroll strengthens a pattern. Every click reinforces a pathway. Until eventually, you don't explore anymore. You follow. And the scariest part? It feels normal. It feels like freedom. But it's not freedom. It's familiarity. Now pause for a second. Not physically, mentally. Because something subtle just happened. While you were listening, your brain stayed engaged. Why? Because it kept getting just enough uncertainty to stay interested. Not too predictable. Not too random. Just the right balance. That's not accidental. That's design. The same design used by platforms to keep you watching. And right now, it's happening to you. Which brings us to the most important moment in this entire video. Right here, right now. Because for a brief second, you have a choice. Not the illusion of choice. A real one. You can continue automatically, like every other time. You can observe the next action before it happens. Notice the urge, before you act on it. Notice the impulse, before you follow it. That tiny gap is where control actually exists. But it's fragile. Most people miss it because their brain moves faster than their awareness. So the loop continues. Action, reaction, prediction, repeat, over and over again, until one day, they stop questioning it. They accept it as who they are. This is just how I think. This is just what I like. But now you know something different. You know those patterns were built, not born, which means they can be broken, but only if you see them. And once you truly see them, you can't unsee them. So the next time you reach for your phone, pause, not for long, just for a second, and ask yourself one simple question. Did I decide this, or did it already happen? Because the answer to that question might be the difference between control and illusion. And if you're still watching this, ask yourself one more thing. Did you stay because you chose to? Or because your brain already decided, before you even realized it?